welcome back to Raz Gains. And today's topic is going to be about Ramadan. Since I'm fasting myself and I'm Muslim, I thought maybe I could share some knowledge on how to keep yourself within your diet if you're trying to build muscle or if you're just trying to manage your weight, but this will be predominantly about muscle. So just going straight into it, protein is going to be the biggest factor that's going to help you keep your muscle. That should be a given for most of you lifters that are pretty much intermediate or even like beginners. Protein is the key word. It helps break down. It helps with the breakdown of the muscle and for it to repair itself. It's key. And for this, I would say have protein way above your body weight. So if, for example, you weigh, I don't know, I'm 80 kilograms, so I'll have 100 grams, add 20 on top, or do it in pounds. So 80 kilograms would be 140 pounds. So that's how I would go by. 120 to, now I'm mixing it up. 120 to 140. So with the body weight in kilograms, I'd say 1.5, because 2 would be too much. If you're natural, you wouldn't even need that much protein. There's been studies to say that there is a curveball on how much protein there is and what's excess. I think if it's 2 times your body weight, then yeah, it starts to, I mean, it will still get used, but not as much. It might get stored as fat, depending on your activity, which leads me to my next topic, is staying active during Ramadan. So if you're already working and you're walking around, that's fine. But if you're not walking around, make sure to go for walks. You need to stay active. Don't let your joints get cold and stiff. You need to continually move. It's something which I've told myself to do during Ramadan as well. It's helped me with my knees. They were getting a bit clicky. Me not move around too much. And I'm constantly sitting on a chair for like editing or like watching stuff or doing some work. But yeah, move around. Don't just sit and be on your phone. Just because it's Ramadan, it doesn't mean you shouldn't be active. I know there's some power management that goes on because you don't want to be excess with how much you use and how much energy you exert, but walking is just fine. Your body will regulate itself. Yeah, there's that. And so with the diet itself, make sure you start your fast with whole foods like veg, meat. If you want to start with carbs, do complex carbs, like rice, potatoes. Don't start off with junk food. If you're out, fair enough, but at least start with something like the date, which helps regulate your blood sugar levels. Or request a piece of fruit, but don't just start outright with some fries, for example. A burger might be okay. If they've grilled the burger, you're good. But if it's fried, anything fried, please try to avoid that. Save the fried wings for later, because it's got a lot of saturated fats. And while your body has been busy repairing itself while it's been fasting, as soon as you start eating, it's going to start that all up again. And you want your body to basically start in the burning fat phase rather than storing. And that's where insulin comes in. You want to make sure your body is producing enough insulin to use the energy, the carbs, the glucose in your system rather than storing it. So start off your meals with huge amounts of protein. 30, even 40 grams of protein is ideal. if you're someone who's lifting, I usually have about 30 to 40 grams of protein in my meal, in my first meal anyway, followed by some carbs, depending on what I've cooked or what's at home. And if it's like Bengali food, or they'll have like a fried aubergine slices, or pakora, I'll have like one or two, but my body doesn't really like it. So yeah, I'll try to save that for later on. And because of how the protein works and how you can efficiently get it absorbed, I would say have your meal of protein, wait 2 hours to let it fully digest so it makes some space, and then have another meal of protein. Again, this could be the same variation or could be slightly lighter, but as I go through the night, I try to get as light as possible. So at the end of the night, I'll have Greek yogurt, flax seeds, honey, blueberries, and I get my protein from the Greek yogurt. And if I haven't hit my protein goals, I'll add a protein scoop. But yeah, generally you want to take off that stress from your body the sooner you go into your next phase of fasting, or the next day, sorry. And with this in mind, if you have something that's really salty or sugary close towards your last meal, or it is your last meal, you're going to wake up dehydrated because your body just needs water and fluids to balance all of that out. Or you're going to wake up with excess fat, not in one night, obviously, but if you do this for the whole of Ramadan. So that's why you have to be really careful. And if you're still training, I would suggest the carbs, but if you're having too much carbs, let's say you're having like 300 versus 250 grams, dial it back a bit. Understand that, yeah, you are in Ramadan, you are supposed to eat, but maybe you're doing too much. I've been trying to put on weight myself, so I've been upping my carbs. But for those who are trying to lose weight, it's the same thing. Just reduce the carbs as you would outside of Ramadan. Don't let your hunger take over your emotions. Tracking helps as well. So if you already have a diary app, great. If not, use MyFitnessPal, just to keep track of how much carbs you're exactly having. If you want to go the extra step, you can weigh it, and if you can see it by eye, that's also fair enough. But a lot of the times you can under report how much carbs is in something. So I would say weigh it if you've got a scale in the kitchen. And then, yeah, with the quality of carbs, if you're going to stick with rice, fair enough. But it's the fried food like the pakora, the, what's it? Yeah, maybe like some fried samosas. You really got to be careful of those. And look, you don't have to listen to me. You can just quit this video right now and just enjoy. But I take my journey very seriously, and I track everything. And I want to be in the best shape of my life all year round. And so I'm just trying to help remind anyone watching for Ramadan that, none of that has to go out the window, because a month is a long time to make changes to your body. I will repeat that again. A month is a long time to make changes to your body. Like 1 day, 2 day, that's not going to do anything, but 4 consecutive weeks, that can rearrange a lot of things in your body. You can add a lot of excess weight in that small amount of time, compared to the rest of your life. So yeah, be mindful of the carbs that you eat. And what I also wanted to touch upon was fruit and veg. If you have any addictions, if someone's getting like processed food in the house, for example, or ultra processed, or bringing in donuts all the time, maybe have half today, half tomorrow. Or if there's a batch of wings, or fried wings, have 2 today, 2 tomorrow. You've got to manage it, you've got to portion it, because we're already in March, and we're already seeing sun in the UK. So summertime is almost here for those of you that want to cut for the summer. But stick to the high protein. Get as much protein as you can. Split between those 3 or 4 meals, depending on if you get up for the sunrise or not. I usually don't, so I just cram 3 between what was it now, 6 p.m. till 12 p.m. So it gives me 6 hours. So every 2 hours I can eat. And yeah, if you're looking for recipes, let me know, or just look online. But there's so many recipes out there that can help you just stay within your means. But also just a reminder that in Ramadan, you're not supposed to fill yourself up. It is about, feeling hungry, and just appreciating the life God has given us. And, it's, the test isn't, just starving yourself and then seeing how much you can eat. No, the test is how much can you starve yourself and stay in moderation. So with that in mind, please do consider what you're eating, track it, and just be aware of how much water you're drinking as well, because you might not be drinking enough. You still need water to help the nutrition get absorbed into your body as well. So out of everything, protein, water, be wary of carbs. And that's it. So good luck to everyone else fasting. There's only 2 weeks left. But please be careful, especially when you're trying to build muscle and you're trying to cut. So I'll leave it on that. But if you like that, like and subscribe, and I will do another video on other subjects, because it's really getting interesting now with my development in my fitness journey. I'm seeing really good gains. I'm learning a lot more from other professionals, seeing a lot of things online as well. And it's just growing. So on that note, peace out.